What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to make money by self-publishing an ebook on Amazon. And so this is actually something that I do as well. This is another one of my income streams. I have quite a few just for diversity. So if one goes down, I have another one. If one grows, I can invest more money and time into that one. So here you are. You're basically looking at a live dashboard for Amazon KDP, which stands for Kindle Direct Publishing, okay? And so in this video, I'm gonna show you how to do from beginning to end. I'm also gonna talk about, some of the kind of pros and cons of this method and how you should approach it. And basically, I'm gonna be talking about things that I wish I knew when I started, because back when I started, I didn't know a lot of things and I made a lot of mistakes, and so I want you to avoid making those mistakes. So this is going to be a very thorough video on kind of how to do this correctly. All right. So the first thing you have to think about is that, you're basically writing an ebook, right? You're writing a book, you're writing a piece of content. This is kind of different from some of the other forms of affiliate marketing or making money online and other ways. But it's also very similar, because if you're building a blog, you're also building content, but it's blog articles that get indexed by Google, or you're going to be sending paid traffic to it, and that's how you're going to monetize it, by selling something. And it's kind of very, very similar way to look at it. And so I view Amazon as kind of two categories, right? There are two categories of books that you can potentially publish, right? The first category is somebody who is a writer, right? They're trying to scratch their own itch. They want to write an actual book about, maybe like a fiction book or a non-fiction book about doing something, about making money, like a serious book, right? And they want to self-publish it, okay? The second category is somebody who just wants to earn some extra money, right? Maybe they want to write like a quick guide, maybe a travel guide, like a quick PDF, maybe 20, 30 pages, maybe 50 pages, right? As opposed to like a real book that's going to be like 200, 250 pages, maybe at least 150 pages, and they want to have like a bestseller and all that. So in the second category, basically you're going to be writing a book just to have some extra income, because a lot of people don't realize this, but Amazon is actually, it's a search engine, right? So there are people that go on there and they're searching for books. And so if you have a really good book, Amazon is going to promote it. It's going to be on the bestseller, right? And you're going to have a lot of income for, days, weeks, months, and even years to come. But if you're trying to make extra money, the other method is basically you can write a book for the topic that people are searching for. And when people are searching for it, they're going to find your book. They're going to read it. Hopefully, they're going to pick it among the results of these other books, and they're actually going to go out and buy the book. And then inside the book, you can do other things. You can promote your businesses. You can promote affiliate offers. You can pretty much do whatever you want. And so let me show you an example. So for instance, if I go into, I'm here in Amazon, and let's say I type how to make money online, right? And so I'm going to have different results here, right? I have basically, here's a book. It's got 15 reviews, how to make 2,000 a month online. So this guy, he's purely looking at it from kind of the second category, right? He's not looking to be a bestseller. He's not looking to do anything crazy. He just wants to make money. And that's kind of the method I'm going to be talking about in this video. I'm going to show you from beginning to end how to do this correctly. And so here's one book. Here's another book. This one has 406 reviews. Here's another one, Make Money as a Life Coach, right? Here's 79. So a lot of these books are actually, they're not looking to be like Pulitzer Prize winners or anything like that. They're simply looking, somebody, it's independent work, right? Somebody basically sat at their desk, or they outsource it, which I'm going to get to in a second. And now they have a book that when you search on Amazon, how to make money online, you have another exposure, another area for exposure, another marketing channel, if you think about it. And as far as I'm concerned, this is awesome, right? This is fantastic, because I can go on Google and type how to make money online. I'm going to have a bunch of websites, and there's all kinds of algorithms and all these things. But I have another opportunity to really get exposure for this very, very lucrative search term. And so if I click on this book right here, I want to kind of take a look. It's Kindle Unlimited. He's basically giving it away. And I'm going to tell you what that means in a second. Audiobook is $0, paperback is $10. And if we scroll down, you're going to see some statistics. There are 130 pages in this book. It was released August 9th, 2018. Here's the category where it's at. And you can actually read the reviews. Great summary of various options. This is a verified purchase. Verified. So this is not a verified purchase. So this could have been like a friend or somebody else that didn't directly buy this book through this link, through this web page. And so you can get ideas. And the reason I'm telling you all this is that just like with any business, anytime you're starting a new business, you need to do your market research. Okay, if you want to write a book, How to Make Money Online, you want to see what you're up against, right? You want to see what Amazon is showing, right? Because Amazon is just like Google, right? It's showing you these things for a reason. And so if you want to make a book about, MMO, make money online, entrepreneurs, anything you want, you have to search for that first in the Kindle store. And you want to see what's out there, right? You want to see some of the results, right? And so we have a lot of books here. And basically, I am looking for reviews, right? I'm looking, does this have a lot of reviews? This does, this doesn't. This also doesn't as much. This does, right? And so what I'm looking for is I'm looking for categories that don't have a lot of reviews. That means it's going to be easier for me to kind of break into them. Because if I would have typed how to make money online, and all I saw was like 1,000 reviews, 2,000 reviews, it's going to be relatively hard to break into this particular area simply because there's a lot of proven products, right? Proven books out there. And so it's going to be hard. And so if you're going to be kind of using this to make money, which is the second category, then you really want to do your kind of market research. You want to look for reviews that don't have a lot of reviews. And obviously you want to be targeting searches and phrases that people are searching for. So if I type how to make money in stocks, online, on Amazon, from home. So there's also how to make money on Amazon, which is an interesting niche as well. And so we have how to make money with Amazon, how to make 1,000 per day, 608 reviews. How to sell on Amazon in 2020. And these are all, great products, right? If they actually deliver the value. So let's open this right here. Let's see. It's 212 pages. So it's like close to a serious book, right? And let's scroll down the reviews. No content. 99% hot air with close to zero content. So as you can see, it's not the greatest reviews, right? At least some of them. What the author will soon, this book has no content. There's something fishy about it. So, right, you can just kind of get an idea for what's going on. Another very important thing I want to show you is that Amazon has a rank, right? And so when you actually go on this rank, you can basically estimate how much they're making from selling these books, right? So Amazon bestsellers rank, it's number 87,195 paid in the Kindle stores. And so I can basically go to this website called Amazon Sales Rank Calculator, and I can basically enter the bestsellers rank here. So this is 87,195. And we can have an idea, 87,195 here, Kindle books, not regular books. We're going to enter. He's basically selling 2 books per day, which is not quite a lot. And then you can basically multiply, and it's a free, right? So he's basically giving it away. There are basically 2 downloads at this rate. And this is for Kindle Unlimited. It's $3.99 to buy, right? So if you're not enrolled in this program, it costs you $4. 4 times 2, he's making like something like $8 per day, which is around $240 per month, which is, a decent passive income. It's not a lot, but it's a start, right? And imagine he has like, 10 books, right? That's $2,000 a month, roughly speaking, that are kind of in the same ranking, right? So that's just to give you some ideas how it works, the opportunities, right? This is a huge market. I know some people that are making thousands and thousands of dollars a month to do it, right? This is Amazon, right? Amazon is like, one of the biggest search engines behind like Google and YouTube. So it's a very, very serious kind of business. But you need to create content, right? It's not about going, on Facebook and running ads. Something like it's a completely different business model. Although you can buy ads, right? So there are a couple of ads, and I'm kind of gonna get to that in a second. You can buy sponsored ads, which are gonna display your content, your book above the other results, right? Same thing with Google. And so there's also all kinds. There's another type of ad that I haven't used for a while, and that is something like with suggestion ads. And so if you're browsing this book, there's going to be another ad that's going to show up somewhere on the page that says something like, you might be interested in this, right? So there's a couple of ad options. We're not going to cover ads in this video specifically. I just wanted to kind of throw it in there. And so before I actually show you how to create this book in Amazon, this is a very, very simple process. I want to show you where you're actually going to create, how you're going to create this book, where you're going to get the content, or how you can do it. And so the first thing you have to ask yourself is basically, do you want to basically write this book yourself, or do you want to have somebody else write it, or you just want to download something called private label rights and modify it? There's a couple of options, right? Anytime you have to create content, you basically have two options, right? You can create it yourself, or you can basically buy it, you can outsource it, you could do all these things. Now, for my own books, I created my own content, okay? I created my own content. In the future, I plan to basically outsource it, but I still want to have like a big part of it, right? So you can go out on Google and you can Google for something called PLR content. And I'm not going to go deep into this, but what it really is that you can actually buy ready content. So you can buy all kinds of content. Here's a site that I actually downloaded some free content just to test things out. And so they have PLR products, you have email courses, graphics, right? Like you can buy all kinds of content you want, right? This is kind of the beauty of living in a capitalist society, right? If you have money, you can get ahead of the line essentially without spending time. But I'm going to give you some advice, right? You do not want to just buy this content and just refactor it, repurpose it, and just selling it on Amazon. It's just not going to work. And you're going to have bad reviews, and Amazon might actually like block your book or something like that. What I recommend is, my recommendation is, write it yourself. Okay, you don't need to write like a Pulitzer Prize winning book or anything like that. A lot of these books, especially in this category, they're not anything special really. They're just like a bunch of blog articles stitched together. And on one hand, that's fine, right? If I have a blog and let's say I want to make all my articles in kind of a book form, and that's absolutely fine to do because, well, somebody might want to read it in a book form and they might just buy it. And a lot of people do that. That's absolutely fine. So there's nothing bad about that. You do not want to go out and basically just copy and paste. Like, I just don't recommend it because you're gonna have problems with Amazon. Amazon one day might ban your book, take it down, or you're gonna have bad reviews. And then I know people are just gonna come back on my channel and basically write comments. Amazon took it down. Amazon, I'm getting bad reviews, etc., etc. So I'm just telling you right off the bat, you want to kind of take it, semi-seriously, if not like outright seriously. Okay, so this is very important. And so what I would recommend is basically just writing your own, right? So just do something like what I would recommend. You can start with something like 50 pages. You can give it away for 99 cents as a start, or $4.99, or $2.99 or whatever. But make sure it's legit. Or you can actually go out and take some of this PLR content and repurpose it, right? It's really up to you. I wrote all my books myself. I basically, I kind of did the structure and all that. Then I had somebody do something called copy editing, right? And it's not proofreading. It's actually a process where they reread the book and they actually modified it a little bit. And so that didn't cost me a lot of money, but as a result, the book was a lot higher quality. And so there's a few elements you need. Number one, you need the book, you need the content. That's the most important thing. You need to have a good book title, right? And the way you get good book title is by basically searching for different entering various key phrases in the search box, right? So you can type how to make money, and Amazon is going to fill it out for you, something like Google does, right? Exactly the same thing. So one thing you want to be aware of is you want to know the competitive categories, because you do not want to go out and basically start, you don't want to basically put out a book in a very competitive category. And there's a hint when you do that. So when you're entering a key phrase here, how to make money in stocks, if you start seeing the author's names, that means that there are a lot of people searching for this author name. And that means you're going to be competing with published authors in this category. For instance, if I type how to make money with Amazon, okay, there's no author name, right? So how to make money with Airbnb, you don't see authors' names, right? How to make money with Airbnb. And that means there's no established author in this kind of category that wrote a book with something like this. But if I write how to make money in stocks, I am getting Amy Smith, I'm getting William O'Neill. And yeah, you could still compete in these categories, but it's going to be a little bit harder than if you're competing in a category where, there's no established author. And that is something to keep in mind, because the reason people are basically searching this phrase is they want a book by this guy. So if I actually finish it, We basically have this How to Make Money in Stocks by William O'Neill, and he's not the only one. Well, I am searching for him, but a lot of people probably want this book instead of something like that, something like what you're going to be publishing. So that is important to keep in mind. And so let's go back to our screen, right? The book title, we talked about it. You don't have to worry about the series, right? Unless you're actually doing like a couple of books in a series, which I don't recommend initially. Edition number, you don't need that. The author, you can use a pen pal. You don't need to use your real name, or you can use your real name if you want. That's fine. Contributors are optional. This is the description that's going to appear in the book. So let's go some of these other independent books, and let's say How to Make Money with Amazon. Something like that, with Amazon affiliate. Okay, and this is something that you might be doing, right? So we have this book. This has 41 reviews. Okay, so this guy is not like an established author. This is the description right here, right? So you're actually going to be writing content for this description. This is what's going to appear. Publishing rights, you're going to say, I own the copyright and hold the necessary publishing rights. Keywords, you're basically going to be entering the keywords, and the keywords are going to be basically how you want people to find your book. It's going to help to Amazon to categorize it. For categories, you want to set the categories, and you can actually discover categories when you are doing your market research, right? So if we scroll down, you're basically looking at Amazon bestsellers rank. In Kindle store, we have various categories, right? So this book is in these categories. And so that is something. He also has a picture of him, Michael. There's a little bio, which you can enter as well. This is age and grade restrictions. You don't want to do that. And then, if your book is ready, which is kind of what I would recommend, just, do it first, finish it first, and then you can publish it. You can basically say, make my Kindle book available. I am ready to release my book now, excuse me. And then you can save and continue. The next is going to be ebook content. And this is where you need, Amazon only accepts certain type of content, right? It accepts EPUB or mobile, right? So I don't believe you can do PDF. You can basically, so let me enter this just for the sake of this tutorial, just so I can explain how to do it. So let's say we do a book title, Make Money with Amazon. I'm going to do this. We're going to enter all of this. We're going to do this here, no contributors. This is a description of my book. I own the book, keywords. I'm gonna put Make Money with Amazon here. Categories. So let's say our categories. We go to this book and we see what he has. Small business advertising, home-based business. So let's see. So we're gonna go in here. We're just gonna put it advertising and promotion. For the sake of this video, you can basically put it in a lot of other categories as well. You can put general too. We're going to click on save. Now we have it in 2 categories. We're not going to fill this out. Pre-order, I'm ready. We're going to save and continue. So on the second page, you have to basically enter the manuscript, the Kindle book cover, Kindle book preview, ISBN. This is optional. And so the most important thing here is the manuscript, okay? And so, this is the key, right? They basically recommended formats for Kindle books are these: doc, HTML, mobile, EPUB, RTF, plain text. I recommend basically converting your book, and you can convert it from any app out there. You can even use Google Docs, right? You can actually take the content. And I would recommend converting it to this EPUB, right? You won't be able to do the mobile in Google Docs, but you will be able to do EPUB. So I would recommend doing EPUB because that's going to save you a lot of hassle and all these things. And then you basically, once you have the book ready, you basically upload the manuscript in this EPUB format, and you can convert it from a lot of places, especially like Google Docs, which I recommend to use it because it can correct a lot of errors, grammatical errors, spelling errors, things like that. Then we have the ebook cover, and this is very, very important. Now you can use this cover creator that they have here. And, it's legit, right? It's a cool cover creator. Let me show you how it works. Basically, this is kind of what it's going to do, right? There's a lot of these templates, and I have seen books out there that kind of look like this. I do not recommend you doing it. I just wanted to show you there's an option. We're going to close this out. I do not recommend doing it because it's very, very amateurish. So let me tell you right off the bat that the ebook cover is pretty much like one of the most important things for the ebook. And thankfully, it's very easy to do. Now, you can basically go out to Fiverr, type something like ebook cover, and you're gonna have a lot of gigs. So when you're just starting out, and let's say you spent a lot of time writing the book, creating the content, outsourcing it, whatever you have, you probably don't want to spend $5 for a cover. You also don't want to spend $150 for a cover, because if you spend $150, you're gonna get some pretty decent cover. What I recommend is spending somewhere kind of in the middle, right? So I would recommend you can get it for something like $10. You can get one of these. Well, this is probably not a niche you're going to be doing, but I don't recommend spending more than $20 for a cover just off the bat, because for $20 you can get a decent cover. Now, there are also a lot of other websites. You just go into Google and type like ebook cover creator, and you can even, some are free, some ask you to pay like $5 for a cover, so you'll be able to get a nice cover. Do not skimp on this. Do not skip this step. Do not pass go, because this is very important. If you have a crappy cover, it's just not going to get as much attention, and it's just not going to look professional, and people are just not gonna really interact with that book. And so you're going to be basically clicking here, upload the cover you already have, and this is going to be JPEG, TIFF. Upload your cover file here, and then you can basically, once you upload your manuscript and upload that, you'll be able to preview the book. You don't have to worry this ISBN number, which is kind of a serial number. And then later on, you can actually set the ebook pricing. And pretty much you're done, right? After that, you're done. It's going to go into a review process, and it should be approved relatively quickly. And so what I recommend for pricing, basically take a look at some of the other books. I do not recommend pricing your book higher than $10 in any case, right? Because people are not going to pay like $20 for an ebook, right? That's right off the bat. $10 on Amazon should be the absolute, really the absolute ceiling. But if you're going to be writing a book like in the second category that we talked about, you're not going to be able to kind of charge $10 for it. What I would recommend is starting from something like $2.99, $3.99. And the other thing about it, right, since we're in the make money online niche, you can promote other products and services inside the book. So you can promote affiliate offers. You can promote a lot of other things. So you don't need to make a lot of money on the front end, right? You don't need to make $10 from this book, because for $10, people really expect a really, really good book, right? And we're not Pulitzer Prize winners here. Maybe you are, but I'm definitely not. And so I'm not going to be out there charging $10 for, like a make money online book, especially if it's like 50 pages. Now, let's say you go out, you actually write a really serious book about a topic that you really know a lot about, right? So let's say we're not talking about make money online. Maybe you're an engineer, you want to teach people how to, write code or something. Then yeah, if you have experience and your book is like 200 pages, 150, 175 pages, yeah, you can charge $10 for it, right? But I wouldn't charge higher than that. And so a couple of other things I want to point out is that when you're actually creating the book, you can basically create both an ebook and a paperback, right? So the paperback is going to be printed on demand. It's called print on demand. So when somebody orders it, they're going to be basically getting a freshly printed copy of your book. When starting out, I just recommend just doing the Kindle only version, right? Do not worry about the paperback. That's for like more advanced, kind of more serious types of work. So just do the ebook, right? Just worry about the ebook. I make most of my money on the ebook sales. I don't make a lot of money on paperback sales. And later on, if you want, you can create a paperback version as well. The other thing I want to point out is that with Amazon, there is something called Kindle Unlimited. So basically, if I'm in that program as a consumer, I can basically get this book, I can read it with Kindle Unlimited and enjoy access to over 1 million more titles. Okay, so I can actually read it. And the way this works is that it's going to cost me nothing, right? I'm already in the program. And what Amazon is doing is going to pay you for the amount of pages that people have read. Okay, so this is a slightly different business model. So this is an interesting business model. I recommend experimenting with this model. I am also experimenting with this model as we speak. And so what I recommend, sometimes you can even make it, enroll it in the Kindle Unlimited program. So it's going to be zero for everybody who's in that program. But Amazon basically creates a fund, this Kindle Unlimited fund, and every period it goes up. And this is a fund that basically Amazon pulls a lot of their revenue together from the people that pay for Kindle Unlimited, and it doles out a part of that fund back to the authors, right? Amazon takes a cut as well, but it doles out a part of that fund to the authors. And so you're basically getting paid by the amount of pages that people have read, right? So they basically show that in the stats and all that. So it's a very innovative business model as well. So I would basically recommend either experimenting with being part of this program or just selling the book outright just to see where you're gonna make more money. But in my opinion, you're having options, and so you can do different things with it. And so that is kind of all I wanted to talk about in this video. I just wanted to give you the introduction of how to do it. Of course, we talked about making money online. You can pretty much do anything you want, right? You know, we all talk about making money on this channel. So it's natural for me to go out and to start with this specific niche. But, you know, Amazon is a big market. In fact, most of the searches where people actually want to buy the book or buy a product, a lot of them begin on Amazon themselves instead of on Google. And a lot of, you know, people use Google just to get, you know, an answer, find a web page. But if I want to buy a book, I go straight to Amazon. And so you're having immense amounts of exposure. There's another way to make money. And as I showed you before, this is an income stream for me as well, in addition to some of the other things that I'm doing. And so that is all I wanted to cover in this video. I know this is a brand new topic. And so if you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them below. I would love to help you out. I would love to answer them and kind of put you on the right track. And so if you enjoyed this video, if you've gotten value from this video, definitely smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And so if if I see a lot of comments, I see a lot of likes, I'm gonna be making maybe a case study. Maybe I'm gonna show you some of the books that I'm doing. Maybe I'm gonna be doing some of the optimizations. Maybe we even talk about the ads, Amazon ads for books or for products that I have experimented with and I know something about. So definitely let me know if this is the kind of content you want to see going further. Maybe you want me to make a series having to do with selling on Amazon, books, products, things like that. All right, guys. So once again, thank you so much for your time, and I will see you in the next video.